Good morning. Because the hostilities have been initiated so far, we're taking all the necessary actions to push the Hurastanis back within their country and to eliminate any threat that they pose in the immediate future. We do want to reiterate the concern we have for the Hurastani people. We hope their armed forces will join with the Hurastani people in putting an end to this tragic miscalculation. Their leaders have clearly acted irresponsibly and with disregard to the people of Hurastan, and we hope that the leaders of Hurastan understand they've really forfeited any legitimacy they may have at this time. We also want to reiterate that we have support for the humanitarian organizations operating within the theater. There are some legitimate NGOs which are working to alleviate the suffering of the people of the region, and we're trying to support them as much as possible. And lastly, as peace is restored in the region, we are looking to redeploy our forces as soon as possible in the region to put the government of Azerbaijan back in control, to take care of the displaced persons within the country, which we are assisting with at this time, and maintain that international border between Hurastan and Azerbaijan.
Bob Arnold, Global News Network.
Yes, sir, Bob.
The initial comments were the Ivy Garden is a success. Military has a propensity for always saying things are going well. If you say it's a success, how do you define success?
We define success as achieving our objectives that we've defined along the battlefield at this time.
What is?
Our objectives right now are trying to push the Hurastani forces back to within their country, which we are doing at this time.
Pushed them all the way back already?
We have not. No, we're continuing
operations. You don't have success in that one then, is that correct?
We do not have success with restoring the border yet. No, sir,
okay,
that's
what
correct.
Was your other successful criteria? Successful
criteria is pushing those units back closer to their border, and we are having success within that part of the operation at this time.
You're having success. You have not achieved success as it was originally stated. You're having success, but you have not totally achieved success. Is that correct?
We have not totally achieved success with pushing those forces back within the border. No, sir.
Okay.
That's correct. Yes, Shirley.
Shirley Bryan, Texas Journal. You mentioned that you are supporting legitimate NGOs. First of all, who are the legitimate NGOs? And secondly, what are you doing to support them?
Right now, to support them, we're working with the CFLIC to get the listing of those NGOs in theater. We'll have to refer you to the 4th Division
What
PAO.
is CFLIC? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, our higher headquarters, 2nd Corps, they're the component land force, component commander in theater, and they have a civil military operations cell working with those non-governmental and international organizations, and we'll have to refer you to the 4th Division PAO for the listing of those units.
I think it's important also to add that all these NGOs are accepted by the Azerbaijani government.
The legitimate ones.
Yes.
Do you have illegitimate ones also operating over there, or have they all been cleared?
We do not know, ma'am. We'll have to refer you to the 4th Division PAO to get you a listing of the NGOs that we have operating within our sector.
Okay.
Yes, Phil.
Phil Davis, Kansas City Tribune. You're actively engaged in combat operations now?
Yes, we are.
What about casualties? Have you taken casualties?
Yeah, we have taken casualties, and we have approximately 900 killed in action.
On our side?
Yes, on our side.
Coalition?
Yes, coalition forces. The majority, unfortunately, is UK, from UK units.
Do you know the percentage of those broken down?
No, I will not go into any percentage, but the majority is from the UK forces.
Can you discuss why that is? I mean, have they been thrown into the battle first, or how come them and not the Americans or the?
Oh, I think it's important to understand that this is a major combat operation that we are conducting, and we have a heavy enemy in front of us. We are successful. We achieve our objectives, but remember, it is a combat going on. So that's, of course,
what I'm trying to get the point to is why so many UK soldiers versus Americans. I mean, are there more UK soldiers here?
There are not. It's 50% of the forces are, in fact, the U.S. forces. We do have 2 brigades from the UK that are in the fight. It's just the current operation as we have going on in the area that 4th Infantry Division is maintaining. They've just sustained the most casualties within that area.
If we do a follow-up, it sounds like with that number, and especially since you said they're the largest majority of the killed in action, that they were put to the beginning of the fight. Is there any reason why we use the coalition forces rather than U.S. forces to spearhead the operation?
The capability that they brought to the fight was what we used to bring the fight to the Hurricanes up front. And that was something that the UK provided that we did not have inside the 4th Infantry Division on the U.S. side with the U.S. brigades.
What is that
What would
capability?
that be?
They have an air assault capability.
Do you expect in future operations for the percentage of casualties to even out with the Americans, Azerbaijan, Turkish, whatever?
We don't calculate in that way that we try to even out the casualties. We are performing combat operation, and we suspect to be successful. We are still successful. However, we have taken casualties right now.
Yes, Bob.
Regarding the combat capabilities that the coalition has, when we're looking at chemical munitions, chemical operations, or any type of nuclear or weapons of mass destruction type, there's a lot of information that's being spread from the Hurricane news agencies, and I'm not sure if you've seen all these or not. This is the one that came out this morning, and we're trying to get some information from coalition forces exactly how they would respond to those type of allegations. How do you respond to the comments regarding chemical threats from the coalition?
We do understand that the Hurricanes have that chemical capability. Not having time to read through this right now, we'll go back through the 4th Infantry Division PAO office and take a look at that and have a response later in the day for you.
But you all are using them, or have the capability to use them? The coalition forces has the capability to use chemical munitions?
The coalition does not use the chemical munitions. We do not have the capability right now.
So then, by them indicating that you do it, it has to be incorrect? Is that what you're saying? Because you don't have
Having
that?
not read through the article, I'm not sure the points you're getting at there, Bob. However, the coalition forces on the battlefield now are not using chemical munitions. Yes, Phil.
Are you, how many IDPs are you expecting? And what can you do to help their plight?
I don't have numbers on the exact IDPs at this time.
We will IDPs that we will handle IDPs within our capability to transfer them to safe areas if it's possible, and we support the Azerbaijani government also to transport.
I've heard numbers ranging. Well, there's a wide variance in how many IDPs are currently in the country, and how many the coalition expects will be there before hostilities cease. So what's your take on that? In other words, how many IDPs do you expect to be in need of help, food, water, perhaps medical aid?
I don't have the exact numbers, but of course it will be a lot as a result from the previous action from Ahuristan, and of course.
Can you help us out a little bit on a lot? Is that 100,000, 200,000, 500,000?
I will come back. No, I will come back to figures later. Thank you.
Shirley?
Yes, how long do you think you will be in country? How long do you expect this to last?
We anticipate that we'll be in country long enough to push the Hurricanes back within their border. We don't have a timeline set for how long that will be. We want to make sure that we're moving forward to a stability side and making sure that the people of Hurricane get the support that they need within that border, as well as Azerbaijan people, and we just don't have a timeline right now.
Exit strategy?
The exit strategy is the sustainment of the reestablishment of the Hurricane-Azerbaijan border, and turning over that control of the operation of those camps, making sure that Azerbaijan has what they need to take care of their internal displaced persons within their country.
So we have time for one more question before the battle update.
Fred?
Fred. Yeah, I want to go back to your statement about chemical weapons. Am I understanding you correctly that you are renouncing any possible use of weapons of mass destruction, even in retaliation against first use by the Hurricanes?
I'll have to divert that question up to our higher Second Corps at this time. Really, from operations, from our standpoint, within the 4th Infantry Division, we're not making that statement at this time. We'll have to refer you back up to Second Corps PAO or 4th Division PAO.
Then can you go down more to your level? What are you doing in